Hello, beautiful people. I'm Emily.
I'm Tyler.
And we are the Kutzel Crew. It is December 2020, people. We made it. Almost.
About time. We're almost
there. This has been an insane year, has it not?
It has been wild.
So we've decided that we're going to reflect over this wild year that we've had, and we want to walk through the different pictures that we have on our phone, starting with January, going through our year, and seeing what we did.
Let's do it. So one of the first things we got to do in 2020 was in February, I got to finally, after about over a year, I got to build my very own bar, which was very exciting. We had a very open layout in our finished basement. I've always wanted a bar. I've always wanted to build a bar. I always thought that would be super cool. So I was lucky enough. I had one of my best friends. He came over. His name is Danny. He's been in a couple of our videos, actually, I believe. But he knew how to do this, whereas I kind of just did what he told me to do.
You were a very good helper.
I did my best, but yeah, no, Danny and we knocked it out in a couple weekends.
I'm
so excited that I have it. I use it. I actually have my own YouTube channel now called The Never Empty Bottle with no P in it.
We'll tag it right here.
Yeah. And I've just been having a lot of fun with that as well, so it's been a blast.
And then the next big thing after February, March, April time.
Let's get it out of the way.
Elephant in the room.
Yep.
Corona happened. COVID definitely altered everybody's life, and it definitely altered ours as well.
For sure.
Our daily living was completely flipped upside down. We had to get pretty creative about things.
Right.
Like, my birthday's in March, and obviously we're not going to go out and celebrate like we normally would. We wanted to be safe. We wanted to help flatten the curve, so we decided to celebrate birthdays at home, just the two of us. And
Yep.
Tyler made this whole Mexican feast for me.
Yep.
He had this giant fishbowl sangria, and we're overlaying pictures throughout this whole thing. Giant fishbowl sangria that was delicious. And then we celebrated his birthday in quarantine. So didn't expect to celebrate our 27th year in this fashion, but it was so wonderful and almost brought a new meaning to it. So I liked it.
And obviously there are people out there that have had way more
hardships through all of this
than we did. So we were very fortunate. We got through it with very minimal damage, I would say, whereas other families weren't so lucky. So for all you guys out there who did have it affect you a little bit harder,
we're thinking of you and sending
prayers.
Positive thoughts and vibes out there. And another part that changed this whole year was our jobs. I'm an elementary teacher, and we weren't able to finish our last year due to COVID. So we had to go remote, and it was just a very odd ending to the year, and then the start of this year. And if you guys that are elementary teachers, you know the roller coaster it's been on. Half the kids are in school. We're completely out of school online. Now everybody's in school. We've switched and rotated 5 times so far.
Ridiculous.
And it's only December. So these kids have been resilient, and teachers have created a new meaning of their middle name, Flexible. So I feel you. Any teachers out there, love you. You're doing great.
And then for my job, I'm just working from home now. I worked in an office prior to COVID hitting, and now we're just doing the same thing but from home. So nothing crazy really has changed, but definitely it's a little bit different compared to anything else I've ever done in my life. So.
And Zoom has now become everybody's best friend, whether it's for our jobs or even staying in touch with our friends. We've had a lot of Zoom parties, like dinner parties, hangouts.
Us guys had poker night multiple
happy
times.
hours.
Yeah, it was great. So you just gotta, as silly as it might seem, hang out with your friends over the computer. Like, you gotta have some sort of a healthy social life, and
you gotta stay connected with them.
For sure. They're going through it just like you are. So as silly as you might think it is, they probably appreciate it more than you can ever imagine.
Yeah, one thing me and my girlfriends did was we set up every Sunday in the afternoon, we would get on and almost have like a therapy session. Like, you guys, this sucks and this is insane. I'm having a hard time with this, and then we'd support each other. So if you feel isolated and lonely, I highly recommend setting up something like that. It is a lifesaver.
For sure. So trying to put a positive swing on COVID for us was having to get creative with each other, because obviously we're at home all the time by ourselves. We can only watch so many movies together. We can do, we can play darts so many times, and eventually you're just like, holy cow.
What is there left to do?
We have to do. So you probably saw a lot of the people on YouTube, on Facebook, doing the at-home bar crawl, which we also did, which was a lot of fun. For those of you guys who don't know what the at-home bar crawl was, basically we had a cocktail, a food item, whether it was an appetizer, an entree, or dessert, and then a game in a different room of our house, and we kind of just bounced around our house. It was a full day event. So we
prepped for this, and it took forever to do.
We were in the bedroom at first, and then we went down to the basement in the bar,
We were on the deck.
We were on the deck. We came
All
back up
over.
here, and then Emily ended it the night. I gave her the final like stop, and she laid out the mattress for us here in the living room, and we just like watched movies and drank wine and everything to finish off. So it was a great, like it was one of those experiences that I never probably would have done if it wasn't for COVID. But
Yeah.
I'm glad we did it now. It was a
Highly
blast.
recommend.
It was
And
so much
one
fun.
of the coolest parts of it was we decided to have 6 stops. So he was in charge of 3 and I was in charge of 3. So 3 of the stops I had no idea what game we were
Same.
playing, where we were going in the house, and it was
Same
just
for
really
me.
exciting.
Yeah, no, it was awesome.
Yeah. Then we got to probably, what was it?
April.
April.
I remember.
No.
I know the date.
Do you know the date?
Oh, April 27th.
Oh, frick. So April 27th. Wait, what was it?
April 27th.
April 27th, we started our YouTube channel.
As you guys have known, those of you who are following us.
YouTube was born out of boredom and quarantine, and I can't tell
And
you.
love.
And love. What an amazing dive, or what an amazing thing that was to dive into. So it started off kind of just as like a fun hobby, something for us to do together.
You've been
and,
talking about it for a long time.
Yeah.
You've been kind of dropping hints that you kind of wanted to experiment
but I
with
never
it.
really like had the courage to do it because I always felt like, I don't know, I'd be judged or like it was
But
stupid.
Me, like I've done so many, like I moved to LA for a little while. I've done all these like different, like I've changed my job multiple times. So like she's
Like,
always
following different dreams.
right. She's always supported me. So like when she kept bringing this up, finally I was
Like, do you think I'm dumb?
screw it. I was like, just do it. I was like, I'll do it with you. Like, or I'll, whatever. Just quit talking about it.
Yeah,
Do
and
the damn thing.
I'm just so excited that we dove into it because it's been a great way to pass time and a great
For
little
sure.
activity for us
Oh,
to do.
for
Like we
sure.
get date nights and it's just carving out time for us to be together. And
Yeah, absolutely.
along with that, it kind of morphed into more than just a hobby because now we're creating home videos that we can show our
Right.
kids
And
later.
I never thought about it like that until you mentioned that.
Just
so
like
that
to be
was
able to
pretty cool.
document like
Because
where
people
we were
don't
in our
really
life.
have like the camcorder up anymore, like
Yeah.
doing things like that. So, and then I didn't actually think I would like it that much. Like I plan on supporting you the whole way through, but I've enjoyed it. And like I said, I started my own channel, so like that's how much I've enjoyed doing this. And it's been a fun trip.
And it's
so
been
far.
super cool to connect with all of you guys. Like
Absolutely.
we didn't realize how many genuine connections we would make and like friendships we would make from people like all over the
Absolutely.
freaking world. I mean,
All
we're in
over
the
the
middle
world.
of the Midwest in the US.
Woo!
We have great friends all over the country and all over the world. So it's been really cool. So if you have not subscribed yet, please join the Quitzel crew. We'd love to connect with you and start a new friendship.
2021 is going to be a good year for friendships. So another big thing that happened in 2020 was Emily's family, who has lived solely pretty much in Illinois for as long as you...
Our whole lives.
I was gonna say, I don't know how to
Forever.
say it. For as long as you've been breathing.
And yeah.
Yeah, they moved to Colorado, which was a huge move, which was awesome. So they
happy
did
for
that in
them.
April, and then come May, they were like, you guys need to come. So we just did like a...
Now we got a new vacation
It
spot.
was
Hell yeah.
so crazy because it was like a Thursday, I remember, and she just like comes on the deck and was like, "Do you want to drive to Colorado like today?"
Yeah,
and I
my
was like,
sister called me and she's like, "What are you guys doing this weekend?" I'm like, "We don't have plans."
Yeah, so we drove out to Colorado. So we spent a great big 3-day weekend out there. It was a lot of fun.
Just with them at their house, seeing my nieces.
Yeah, we saw the kids. We got to see. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So we were like, oh, like Colorado was fun. It'll be, probably not till Christmas till we get, because it's hard to go back and forth. It's a 10-hour drive, or plane tickets they haven't been very expensive, but they're still kind of expensive. But then COVID went ahead and kicked us right in the ass when it made us postpone our wedding.
Obviously, 2020 was supposed to be the year that we got married in June, and because of all of the quarantining and crowd restrictions, we decided it was not safe to have a giant wedding, and we decided to postpone until May of 2021. June came around. We were obviously feeling pretty sad. We did not want to just be here in our house dwelling on the fact that we should be at our wedding venue with all of our friends getting married and
it
love.
was one of those things where we're like, what do we do on that day? Do we just like...
We didn't want to just like sulk in the sadness.
Do we like look at each other on the couch and be like, hey,
I still love you.
we should have been getting married today? Yeah,
Right.
I agree, so...
So we decided that to take our minds off of it, we were gonna go visit my family again Colorado.
One more time to
Let's do it.
Colorado.
And my sister is literally the best itinerary planner ever. She set up this whole week of activities. Not even a whole week. We were there for
We were there for
maybe like 4 or 5 days.
4 days.
Yeah, so she set up this whole itinerary of fun activities for us to do, places that we could see and eat, and just made it so beautiful. It was such a great way to spend what was supposed to be an upsetting like time, made it really fun and kind of took our minds off of it, and we made a ton of new memories.
Absolutely, and you guys might have seen some of them. We actually will put our videos in the cards
travel
here, but we did like 4 travel vlog days, and it was just amazing. The new foods we tried, the new places we got to see, the new.
We went hiking, we did a sunset kayak, we went horseback riding, like literally everything.
Yeah,
so go check those out.
Packed it into an awesome trip.
Thanks, Kate.
So as much as we got to see her family, it was awesome, but my family only lives a couple hours away, so we get to see them a little more frequently. Every now and then they get to come up here, I get to go there. So I got to see my nephew, he's adorable, he's a huge pain in the ass.
He is a spitfire, I love it.
He just is the naughtiest.
He literally, his sister called the other day and was like, he's just came in and told me that he was fighting a raccoon. He was wrestling a raccoon.
Oh, yeah.
He's not, don't worry.
Yeah. He doesn't actually, but yeah, that's just what he says. He's like,
It's
oh,
so
Mom,
cute.
don't worry. I was like, and he's 4, so I mean.
Yeah, we probably should have set the age.
Yeah, He's 17, he's wrestling raccoons. No, he's 4, but he's adorable. And then also, she just had her second child, a little baby girl. So she had her last week, and that was awesome.
Next exciting thing that got to happen in 2020 was some of our best friends got married.
Yep.
And their wedding was just gorgeous. She she loves like old Roaring 20s, like Moulin Rouge, and all of that really amazing like almost like costume type wear.
Yeah, if you've seen Peaky Blinders or you haven't seen Peaky Blinders,
great show.
Go look that up and look at like what they're wearing. That's what we were wearing at this wedding. It was awesome.
We'll throw in some pictures of us and the couple, but everything in there from Amazon. You would never guess it.
Yeah.
Incredible. They're like the coolest finds from Amazon. Even in their wedding pamphlets, they were like not sponsored by Amazon, but they were like joking as if they should have been sponsored by Amazon. Yeah. She's got the greatest finds. We love them so much.
It was a huge mansion. It was old school. It was without a doubt for me, I don't know.
Oh.
It's been the coolest wedding I've ever been in.
It will be forever,
For sure.
yeah.
No offense to anybody else's wedding I've been in.
We love everyone else.
Love you all, but that was the coolest wedding I've ever been in.
Jazz band, literally everything, guys. So
awesome.
Cool.
So our friend's wedding was in late September. Right around middle of September, though, me and Emily kind of started getting the itch that we did not want to wait until May because all these people were getting married that shouldn't have been married before us, and that's not, I mean, who cares about that, but also we were just getting annoyed.
We've been together so long, and we don't know what next year is going to look like.
Right, exactly. And so we just were like, we want to be freaking married. So right about like, so I'd say September 12th or September 15th, one of those days, we were like, let's just get married next month. So we did an impromptu wedding in about 25 days. We literally like called people, got food together, alcohol, everything. We kept snapping at people.
And things were poofing and appearing. No, it was good. But we obviously wanted to do it safely. So we honestly just threw together a little backyard wedding. Our backyard is not that big, but it's perfect, and it was just for us. We had under 20 people.
We'll post it up here in the cards again too. We have
we did
amateur footage of the day. We didn't get a professional photographer we got a professional photographer. We didn't get a professional videographer because we've already spent so much money on our wedding in May, so we didn't want to, go crazy with this spending, and we basically just had our friends carrying around the camera all day and just taking footage and videos.
God bless them. Like, they made our day so special. We did not have to lift a finger. I don't know what we did to deserve friends that we have, but they just let us bask in and enjoy our entire day. We had under 20 people. It was only our immediate family and our wedding party, and we had that 1 hour photographer to get us some professional pictures, which she was absolutely incredible. So sweet. She stayed for 2 hours and was just so awesome. So we have like those memories to be able to look back on, and it was literally the most intimate, beautiful, relaxed, no stress, like
it was perfect.
Everything that we would have ever wanted.
And
we're married.
It could have gone a whole different way, but we got the best day. We got the best everything for that. So really happy about it. So we obviously couldn't show you guys everything that happened this year. We're going to try and throw some pictures in here at the end so that you guys can see some of the other fun things we got to do this year, even though it was a disaster, an absolute dumpster fire of a year. It was also really fun going through our phones again, getting to see all these memories and everything that we did throughout this year. So it was a lot of fun.
We hope you guys enjoyed this look back reflection for 2020. Anybody that wants to do the same thing, let us know if you do it. Tag us in it. 2020 reflection. Maybe we'll get a little hashtag going.
Yeah,
hashtag 2020
like
reflection.
That'd be a good one.
Let us know what the highest points of your 2020 were.
Or the
Share
lowest.
some of those hardest points as well. We can all, you know, be there to support each other, and just make sure that you're always reaching out to your loved ones, whether you think they're doing okay or whether you think they're having a hard time. Nothing's promised, and clearly we have no idea what's to come in the future. So you just make sure that you tell people that you love them and be there for them and listen with an open heart.
2021, I hope you are a better year.
Because we're coming for ya. I just want to do finger guns so bad.
That's fine.